So the 4th of July, it came and went, and 4 days later, the fellas in the clubhouse still banging that John Philip Sousa. Stars and stripes forever because the bombs, and they were being unleashed just a stone's throw away from Chesapeake Bay. PCA with a pair, that vulgar display of power once again put on display. Michael Conforto, Carson Kelly, Seiya Suzuki. It was next man up. Everybody get in line and let's see how far we can let these things fly. 9-7. This one a little too close for comfort, but nevertheless, the fellas, they reel in the W. They hammer down their 4th straight road series win. They're 25-21 away from Wrigley Field. And with that, this is Cubs Postgame Live. As always, presented by Yingling Flight, the next generation of light beer. Cole Wright, Elise Menaker. We're on cloud 9 because the fellas, they're swinging the bats with authority.
Well, when you win 9-7 and maybe got a little bit closer than you thought there late, it didn't matter because they got plenty of insurance.
Didn't love the 7. Exactly.
No, didn't love the 7, but the 9. The 9 is great. Mm-hmm. And the home runs are great. You know, you go 4 straight games without homering, and then how do you make up for lost time? You just score 5 in one game. And so a little catch-up, and that's what they did today. Pete Crow-Armstrong. I mean, this is someone who is a home run shy of 20. Now at 2020, really 21-20 before the All-Star break, and there's still a few games left. And the way he looks at the plate right now, you got to sit down, you got to watch because, this is just an at-bat that is so under control, and he will do something. It's just a matter of what. Just for young players to be watching a young player do what he's doing is, I don't know about you, it's fun for me to even watch it as we've seen the evolution over the last couple of years.
Tons of fun. And my clairvoyant skills, they were a day ahead of schedule.
I said
he was going,
it's the
wrong day. I look at the schedule, my days are off.
No,
I said,
pregame, you shied away. You didn't want to do it. You wanted to be
one day ahead of schedule. That's what
so
I was.
Just backed out.
Second at bat, PCA doing damage, and that's going to get us to our Pella Make Life Brighter moment of the evening, presented by Pella Windows and Doors. We're digging in to Pete Crow-Armstrong. What was he able to do? He made life brighter 2020. Yep, that's right. We're calling it a little twin around these parts because most seasons with 20 or more pumps and 20-plus swipes, Fonzie, you see what he was able to do. The numbers, well, they tell a complete story. But PCA right behind him. Hold on a second. He's on a full screen board with Jose Canseco and Bobby Bonds. Jose Canseco, the founding father of the 40-40 club. Who knows? Pete, 30-30 a season ago. Perhaps if he continues on this trajectory, who knows? 40-40 could be in the cards, at least.
I mean, he's just getting started. And with the way, I think that's probably the most fun thing to watch is it looks very repeatable, very consistent what he can do at the plate. So just that looseness that he's got now and that approach and the plate discipline and even what we'll look at, his at-bats today. These are pitches, well, first of all, Dean Kramer did not give up a extra base hit on the splitter all season yet.
It was pure filth.
Short season for him, but Pete, both of his home runs are on the splitter tonight. So then you can throw that out for Kramer. And these aren't even like perfect pitches. These aren't mistakes that are over the plate. Pete is making them mistakes. Are they low in the zone? Is that his hot area? Yes. But with the way he's swinging it, doesn't need to be perfect. He can still make some good contact and hit it out.
And this is during the StatCast era. Unbelievable. You go back to 2021, Manny Machado, he was still lighting lamps. Ronald Guzman threw his name in the mix. And Marcelo Ozuna, remember when he was a Miami Marlin? Yeah, he had tons of firepower, and that is exactly what Pete Crow-Armstrong is walking around with right now in his back pocket. The end numbers this season, it is a scary thought. We'll have to get there sooner rather than later, but in the meantime, PCA, he's chatting with T-Mac.
Thank you. Dansby Swanson with 3 of the final 4 outs. What was your reaction to him getting Henderson?
That was an incredible play and a huge momentum killer. Momentum starter for us. I know we didn't really make anything out of it, but just being able to save a run like that and give us a 2-run cushion going into the last half was huge.
Pete, for you, 2 homers tonight. You're now over the 2020 mark for back-to-back seasons. Do you ever think about that being a goal for you? And if so, what does this mean?
No. Got a lot more baseball to play, so just nice to contribute to a W like this.
I'm curious, though, with your 2 home runs, I saw you talking to Q about the exit velo. So is that something you go check?
I mean, yeah, well, you can't help but see it on the board sometimes, and I don't think I've ever hit a homer 94 miles an hour before, so just to make me feel like I earned it, I put a little more on that next one, but good ballpark, I guess.
Thanks, Pete. Cole?
T-Mac, PCA, fantastic stuff as always. And now we would try to defuse a bomb, but yeah, the yellow wire, the orange wire, don't worry, don't clip any of them because the fellas, you want to keep them exactly where they're at. There was a huge power display this evening, 5 home runs, and I know you felt fantastic about each and every single one of them.
And that man who we just heard from, Pete Crow-Armstrong, leading the way. And so this is the one that we had been waiting for. Number 20, mentioned both being on the splitter. You can see that's down in the zone. He goes down and gets it. And just a really nice at-bat from him. You know, he saw 3 splitters in a row in that at-bat and then took advantage of the third one. No extra base hits up until then against Kramer. First pitch for Michael Conforto. This is just a fastball up in the zone. He goes up and gets it. I really like that swing, just staying really level and balanced. And then Carson Kelly, you know, this is just the second hit a righty has against Kramer. So all the way, you know, the stats that we were talking about going into this game against Kramer, you can throw them out because the Cubs have something to say about it. And this again, then the second hit on the splitter on the season against Kramer. And Pete goes down. This is a ball that is down and away, and he pulls it. And so that just tells you how Pete is going. So both of these pitches really away for Pete. He does a nice job going down and getting them. The timing, again, just the looseness, the athleticism. And that is a swing where he's not trying to pull it. He's just going with it and doing what a swing does. Conforto goes up and gets it. That one over the middle. Carson Kelly likes it there and drives it deep. Then you need some insurance. You want some more runs. Seiya Suzuki. How about a big swing from him? And so the power just easy off the bat. And this is the Cubs team that, you know, you can get the one that you've got in the last 4 games, which is you don't homer, or you can get this one where you get 5 and you score 9 and your final's 9-7, and then you look at who is getting it done, and pretty much every single person in the lineup, and everyone's doing something. Because even with the guys where you don't have the hits, you got Bregman, who's got the sac fly with the ribby, and Nico's getting on with the walk and the stolen base.
Absolutely. Production at every single turn of the corner, and maybe a little superstition has gotten into PCA. We saw him, he was wearing some different batting gloves. Last night, that's when it started. He had the baby
I thought he had a different bat today, too.
He did. We'll have to go back and review that. But either way, if anything makes you comfortable when you're going hot or when you're not going hot, is this the mental? Is that what's important to a hitter like Pete?
I think that right now, gosh, I'd be curious to ask, because when you're going like this, what does matter,
I mean,
right? Like,
so
anything works at this point for him, right? Like, just feel good, what you get. But that, I would be curious to know how he, you know, feels about the feel when you're going the way he is. I don't really think at this point he's overthinking it. I think he's just kind of been going with it. And if it works and the routine works, that's what he's doing. He doesn't want to read too much into it, but just know that, like, all right, I've had success doing this, I'm going to keep doing that. Not saying he can't change things, but you know what I mean? Like, not.
If I want to wear different batting gloves today, I'm going so good, it's not going to throw anything off. I'm just bringing style.
We're going to go with
these.
Yes, I kind of agree with that.
So you see, Pete has the red ones on with the baby blue lightning bolt right there.
It was blue today.
Today was blue with black bolts on it. So
ever since I started working with you,
Nico had new spikes on today too. Did you notice that?
No, because I think you told me that.
We're going to run that one
back. Did Dansby
Dansby
have new spikes on today?
Either way, he had those go-get-'em spikes on because the defense was unbelievable. And that's going to get us to our insurance play of the day, presented by Insure on the Spot. He had those Inspector Gadget kicks on. When he's making defense, go, Gadget, arms, feet, legs, whatever it takes to make a play like this. Probably the most sure-handed shortstop in all the game, Elise.
Oh, I mean, this is just becoming routine, but a huge play there from Dansby when the Orioles were starting to get some momentum. He starts it down. Oh, my goodness. Dansby Swanson laying all out. And then Nico, I love the appreciation always between those two when they make plays like that. You know, it doesn't go overlooked by them. Even though when it was like last week when Dansby told Taylor, like, hey, we kind of expect each other to make these plays. Like when they don't, it's like, what happened? It's because they're making plays like this.
Yeah, you see the 9 outs above average, leading all National League shortstops, and the bat's been coming along as well, keeping pace with that leather.
That's been key as well. I mean, especially when you look at a game like yesterday, just getting the bottom of the order on, bringing over to the top, because you can see now. So Pete has been doing what he's been doing. Bregman, we're starting to see, you know, he had some deep fly balls, and I think you and I are feeling like, you know, he's real close to really figuring this one out, and maybe even whether it's tomorrow or that trip to Cincinnati where we know the ball can fly, you know, who knows. But he's been talking about feeling better as well. And just we know that he's been putting together the knocks and the the walks and getting on base. And now it feels like, could that power, be right behind that? So, yeah. And then when you have the guys, I mean, you're talking about today in the 7-8 spot, you're getting some home runs. Okay.
Like
and so that's not even Dansby, doing what he's done lately. And I mean, with the long ball. So that's what I mean with this offense. It can be a threat 1 through 9. It's a deep lineup. And so when they're clicking together, they can score.
Okay. Alex Bregman, deep fly balls in Baltimore turn into what in Cincinnati? Fill in the blank, Elise.
What? Bomb skis?
Oh, there you go. There you go. Pull that arrow back out from there. And yeah, making the shot. Alex Bregman, he is going to be precision when Cincinnati rolls around. The lovable reunion, that one's coming up next right here on Marquee Sports Network as soon as we wrap up telling you all about this compelling Cubs W. Jay Hay, he'll be joining the fellas talking about all things 2016 and, well, perhaps a 2020 conversation will come up as the fellas chat about the exploits of a one Pete Crow-Armstrong.
I like
this
that graphic.
dude setting the world on fire. If you're a youngster and the Cubs are your team, chances are he's your favorite player.